Good morning and welcome to the Scoreboard, your morning report for the leap year day, I guess you might want to call it, February the 29th. Leap year coming once in four, then we have one day more, and this is it. So, last night, NHL, Columbus won at the Rangers 4. Rangers are still really hot. And Edmonton over St. Louis 3-2 in overtime. Impact on the leaders, well, Kucherov still at the leading the pack, 103. Connor McDavid at 94. And then down just south of the midpoint, Nylander and Matthews from the Leafs, 79 and 77 points. Coming up tonight, Leap Day. Arizona at Toronto, Buffalo's in Tampa Bay, Montreal's at Florida, Islanders are playing the red-hot Detroit Red Wings, Vegas is at Boston. Vegas beat the Leafs the other night, and Boston struggled on this Western trip. And speaking of the West, Los Angeles at Vancouver, the Canucks probably riding at still the number one team in the NHL, Los Angeles at Vancouver tonight, 10 o'clock, late a game. That's the schedule. Here's the standings in the East. Florida, 82 points. Boston, 82. Florida's got a game in hand. That's why we're putting them Florida ahead of Boston. Toronto at 74. Detroit, 72. What a turnaround for the Red Wings this year. Tampa Bay, 69. They're certainly not... they're still within grasp of moving up in the standings. And then Buffalo 58, Montreal 54, and the Sens at 53. A little closer to home. Action in the CCHL last night. Brockville dropped one in overtime to the Kempville 73s 4-3. Unfortunate, disappointing loss for the Braves last night. They were leading that game 3-2. Probably with a couple of minutes to go, they had a turnover right at the top of in the middle at the top of the two face-off circles in their defensive zone to allow Kempville, I think that was Ty Melvin scored that goal to tie that game up at 3-3. And then, as a former coach once said, never turn over the puck at your blue line or their blue line. Well, we had another, in the overtime, we had a turnover just inside their blue line, and it resulted on a two-man break and the winner for Kempville. Ottawa, meanwhile, kept their playoff hopes alive, 3-2 win over Rockland Nationals. Rockland had been having a chance to move up, but they've faltered a bit the last 2 or 3 games. That's too bad. Tonight, Thursday night, usual action at the Ed Lumley in Cornwall, but it's the Bears playing against the Colts, and that's a very, very important game for both teams. Cornwall is still within reach of Smith Falls. Friday night, Hawkesbury's in Brockville, Kempville's at Rockland, and a big game between the number 1 and number 2 teams, Navan at Smith Falls. No perceptible change in the leaders in the CCHL. Laterno still on top, going down to Seamus Stevenson, who I got to appreciate the last time the Bears were here in town. He was a force, a one-man wrecking crew. Standings, once again, look at this down here in the non-playoff positions already. We're looking at 9, 10, and 11. We're seeing Ottawa within reach. Pembroke, as I facetiously said, they've got a half a season games in hand. They're, I think it looks like 7 on the Ottawa Junior Senators and on the Kempville 73s and on the Carleton Place Canadians. And the Nepean Raiders don't rule those guys out. And in the weather, look at this. Colder than heck. I was out for a walk this morning. It was minus 12, felt like minus 18, but today's high is minus 7. Tomorrow, back on the plus side, plus 4, plus 5 Saturday. Sunday, plus 11. And look at Monday, plus 17. Well, that's it for today, folks. Thanks very much for watching. We'll be back with the sports and weather forecast on Friday